Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Real Truth Conspiracy Radio. I am your host, Norman Roswell, and today we have a very special guest that many of you may know from some of his other work. Welcome to the podcast, Alex Jones.
She's a demon.
So why don't you tell those listeners that might not be familiar with you, how you got started with your work and where you're planning on taking it in the next few years?
Well, what can I say? I own the biggest website on the internet, also known as Infowars.com, and I also have a truth-seeking podcast that exposes the filth rotting underneath the soiled foundation of America's past.
Oh, that's very nice, then. How could you...
I'm just here to uncover the cloak that the mainstream media is cowering behind, because they know we are on the rise, people. It's time to wake up and smell the freshly brewed coffee.
Alright, well, you make a lot of claims about many people in positions of power actually being reptilians in disguise. Now, can you elaborate on how that is based on reality?
Well, if you take a look at the documents provided on Infowars.com, you can clearly see Hillary Clinton regurgitating an alien humanoid into her incubation cup.
Oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Of course it does, because this is the freaking truth, people. You can't make this type of stuff up, like reptilian overlords turning millions of innocent frogs gay per month by infecting the water supply with HIV-positive bacteria, or Hillary Demon Clinton covering up for the Goblin Gate scandal. You think your emails are safe, Hillary, but they're not.
Of course.
We are just here to allow the facts to sprout straight from the ground like a freshly planted poppy seed in Sarah Palin's backyard on American soil.
Okay, so there's a lot of people talking about you being a disinformation agent, or rather someone who gets paid to essentially lead people looking for truth in the wrong direction and keep them looking at issues that aren't really relevant, rather than just the real problems that are going on in the world, such as wars, poverty, and disease.
Well, let me stop you right there, because...
Well, actually, I was done.
Because what is the number one purpose of my channel?
I mean... do you want me to answer that honestly?
No, of course not. I want America to get their cranium out of that tight space that Bernie Sanders, also a well-known 33-degree Freemason Grand Wizard, is getting penetrated in by other presidential candidates as part of one of their sick rituals.
I see. And do you have any evidence of this, of any kind, you know?
Just look at the friggin' documents! Do you think it's a coincidence that Bill Gates, a well-known pedophile and rape activist, just happens to be running one of the world's largest companies?
I don't think it works.
I think not. It's all an elaborate scheme, so every year they can increase the percentage of tax dollars they take away from the average right-wing American working man, and it's sick!
Naturally, of course. So you kind of didn't really answer my question, so to speak. So do you think we could get back to that a little bit on how you're not really informing people on the whole truth, or at least you're not really leading them in the right direction, even though you may be aware that that is the case?
Alright, well, if you want to know the full truth, here it is. The human race is practically non-existent. Here's an example. Hillary Clinton is what? That's right, a demonic goblin. What are you, Norman? A reptilian spy. What am I? Do I look like an amphibious homosexual to you, sir? Answer the friggin' question, damn it! Of course I don't, because I'm a real hard-working white male American who's tired of reptiles and Mexicans taking all of our damn jobs. And this is why I tell people it's bigger than you and me. But no one wants to listen. They think I'm crazy. If I'm crazy, then how am I opening up these parallel dimensions and allowing the knowledge to seep through each of them individually without alerting the demonic alien alarm system active in the White House?
Well, I don't have an answer to that, but I think this is going to conclude today's podcast. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It was a nice experience. Thank you, Alex Jones, for being here. And, yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
They're all goblins!
This is Norman Roswell signing off. Cheers.